Monster Energy Star Racing back ride that took that win out there. He's going to obviously be one to watch, but you got Mason Gonzalez, who took second aboard the number 93. There's also Hardy Munoz, the 73, who took third. And we got a lot more than that, a lot more talent than that. We'll sort them out as they sort themselves out coming through those first few turns. And it is the 34 of Jared Fry from Mechanicsville, Maryland. Monster Energy Star Racing Yamaha 4 back ride, grabbing the early lead as they jockey for position back in the number 2 spot. That looks like the 604 of Max Miller. Miller finishing 10th in the division, or in the qualifying race, but opening up strong here today. 75, or was that Munoz, I think, maybe in that number 3 spot. We'll sort it out, Jeff Hines, but wow, we got some good battling, I think, to watch in this one.
Well, Max got him a good start this time, no doubt about it. Max Miller out of Oregon right up in there, but the problem is he's got Hardy Munoz right for 73 hot on his heels, or maybe the 74 of Hardy hot on his heels. So this is a great way to start it out, but man, you've already seen this MO before out of Jared Fry. You give the guy some wide open racetrack, he's going to take big advantage of it and run away and disappear. He is doing just that on the opening lap right now, so this may be tough for the riders to haul him in, but look at Hardy. He'll over jump the single, has the lead momentarily, and then right back up in his face is Max Miller. What a battle we're setting up here in the 458 Pro Sport class.
Well, no challenges right now for Jared Fry, but a battle starting to wage for that second place position as Max Miller feeling the pressure now from Hardy Munoz, as we talked about there. But not only Munoz, but Mason Gonzalez also back there. And that's Gonzalez now putting that pressure on from third place. What happened to the 73 of Munoz? I think he dropped back a couple of spots. We'll go back and check in with that in just a few moments, but that's Gonzalez now up to third, and that's Wes King down on the Yamaha podium with our top 3 from a previous class.
That's a good race down on the track. I'm going to get you guys right back to it. Come over here, young man. You got the... Okay. Tell me your name, where you're from.
I am from Chile, and my name is Svenovitz.
Who do you want to thank?
Thank to Kelly Andrews, Sir Seth, Fox Moto, Motosuro my dad, my mama, that's it.
Congratulations out there. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, he's from Chile. All right, where's my second place rider? Come up here, young man. Come on up here. Good job. Tell them where you're from, young man. What's your name?
From Florida. My name's Nico Corey, number 22 on a KTM.
Tell me about your race.
What is it?
Tell me about your race.
It was a good race, good battle we had. Me and Stuckey had a pretty good battle. You know, all I can say is just look forward to doing more next year, you know.
Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank Spider MX, Tim Ferry, Ben Riddle, Moto 4Play, TLR Racing, and everybody else that supports me. Thank you.
Congratulations out there. Got a silver medal. Good job out there. Your 450C champ, give it up. Chase Stuckey, hold it up high. Yeah. Tell me about your race.
I got to a great start and then just tried to be smooth the whole race and not make any mistakes and go to the finish.
Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank everyone at Motox Compound, Matt, Timmy, Miss Jennifer, Ruse, Power Sports Marketing, Gizmo Mods, TF Race Suspension, and everyone else, thank you.
Congratulations out there. Take it away up in the skybox, guys. I hear some action on the track.
Oh, yeah, you hear some action. We just saw some action out here just past the finish line. Few riders going down, Jeff Hines. I mean, that was aerial acrobatics, I think, on a motorcycle we just witnessed.
Man, that was some wild stuff right there. Hey, preservation mode kicked in out there. I think that's what that's all about. How about Mason Gonzalez right now? Mason Gonzalez absolutely on fire while Jared Fry's got a big wide open lead and turning laps in the 104 range. In the 106 range, Mason Gonzalez in his lap starting to pay off. He's now into that second spot, wheeling out of the corner, going wide, putting the power to the ground, keeping on number 93. Now he's got a long way to go to mix it up with Jared Fry, but if anybody out there is going to do it, it looks like Gonzalez is going to be the man to make it happen.
I'll tell you, 2 riders I'm keeping an eye on right now. Well, 3 riders. Hardy Munoz back to the number 7 spot now as he's been clawing his way back up toward the top 5. Jesse Flock, though, in 5th place, and also Tristan Lewis, a couple of riders that we're going to be keeping an eye on, but Jesse Flock in particular, because he's had his work cut out for him in this one, and we'll see whether or not he's able to make some things happen as this moto wears on. It's a 12-lap race here in this 450 Pro Sport class. We're working on lap 5, so we haven't hit the halfway point, so we still got a long road to hoe as far as this racing is concerned. And I just saw a great battle shaping up going on right now with Jesse Flock and Furman Cici Mara. Cici Mara is actually right there. Oh, no, that wasn't Cici Mara. That might have been Hardy Munoz. We'll double check that in a moment.
A little further back.
Yeah, so, but Jesse Flock, I don't know if that was lap trap, but it looked like somebody was giving him a little bit of heat on that lap around. Let's double check that.
Yeah, Max Miller, Tristan Lewis, and then, of course, Jesse Flock. They're flying in formation right now, and on the backside of the racetrack, they are hauling the mail. They got a ways to go right there to close it up on Mason Gonzalez, but they made some real quick forays to the front. Those guys in the 105 and change. Again, the 104, that's reserved for Jared Fry and Mason Gonzalez right now. Then a little bit further back, here's Furman Cici Mara loaded up with Hardy Munoz. Those guys trying to make their way a little further to the front, but plenty of time in this 12-lapper. As you say, here comes Tristan Lewis, right? He's starting to draw a bead down now on Max Miller.
Yeah, here's the way they're looking at near the halfway point. Actually, I believe the cross flags will be coming out here in this 450 Pro Sport class as our leaders wrap up lap number 6, and there they are. The 34 of Jared Fry out front of this one. He's enjoying a 4-second lead at the end of lap number 5. At the end of lap number 6 as Mason Gonzalez checks in. We're going to see how things are starting to shape up there. Nearly identical lap times, but just a little bit quicker that time, a few tenths. Mason Gonzalez shaving that gap down just under 4 seconds now at 3.7. Max Miller running in the number 3 spot is another 6 seconds back in third. Tristan Lewis less than a second behind Miller for third, so we got a battle going on there. Fifth place, Jesse Flock, the 67, on 2/10 of a second, so a three-way shootout still going on for third. Then it's Munoz, Cici Mara, Leitzel, Corey Karsten now is 9th, Stephen Hooker is 10th, Wesley Allen in 11th, 12th, Cole Harley, Jay Weller 13th, Shea Thomas 14th, 15th, Jamison Duclos, Nicholas Inman is 16th, Gino Carlo Klauser 17th, Jacob Bellotti 18th, Cody Groves 19th, and Dawson Cobb rounding out the top 20.
Hardy pushing hard right there, riding on the wild side. It's Jesse Flock who's put the power to the ground right there. He'll get by Tristan Lewis, so he continues the front. Max Miller with some solid laps, Rodney. No doubt you're catching those out there. He's trying to do everything he can. Jared Fry, Mason Gonzalez with those great starts, and mistake-free attitude. They've been killing it out there.
Well, I'll tell you, I think it took a little bit of pressure from Tristan Lewis to fire Jesse Flock back up. He had some great momentum going, and he was close to Max Miller. Then he kind of faded back. Lewis pushed him back to that position where he was starting to challenge again. Now riders are starting to settle back down a little bit, about a second or so separating third and fourth, and another second back to fourth and fifth. Again, 7 laps down, 12-lap race. We still got plenty to go, and I think a lot more excitement to take place.
You are right. Mason Gonzalez is second quicker than our leader right now, but still a long ways to go to close the gap. I got a feeling that Jared Fry could probably crank it back up if he has to, but right now he's just kind of cruising on the rails out there aboard that Yamaha. But an excellent run for him, no doubt about that. So here comes our leaders. That's another lap complete. We'll try to keep an eye on Mason Gonzalez and his progress up there onto Jared Fry.
Well, I tell you, great racecraft by Jared Fry. He is certainly controlling the situation out front, running only as fast as he needs to keep a 3 to 4 second gap between himself and second place. And Gonzalez, we see that he's picked his pace up now to under a 104. So has Mason Gonzalez, as he still got his head down and the bead on the 34, Jared Fry. But Fry is shucking and jiving. He's a tough target to hit at this point.
Oh, and they go into the 103 range now. 103 and 96 hundredths for Jared Fry, and 103 and 64 hundredths for Mason Gonzalez. So Gonzalez is still turning the quicker laps out there.
Chipping away, 3.6 second lead, so that gap has only shrunk down to about a half second over the last 3 laps. But each time around, it counts. And here's the thing, Jared Fry will likely be getting deep in some lap traffic here pretty soon, and that could pay dividends for Mason Gonzalez if he bides this time. A 103.662 that time around for Jared Fry. A 104.246, something going on there. We see that gap dropping now to just over 4 seconds. So again, a good management excellent process by Jared Fry, keeping that gap right around that 4-second deficit throughout this entire race over Mason Gonzalez.
Oh, man, and it's Flock who's going to go into hyperdrive here on these last couple of laps. He wants to get up on the box, has got a lot of ground to cover to make that happen.
Lap number 10 is what we're working on this time. We'll see the 2-lap sign coming out for Jared Fry as he makes his way through the front section of the track now. And now heading through the final turns, that final rhythm section. He is in that lap traffic. Not going to slow him down none. Mason Gonzalez and also Max Miller and Jesse Flock still going at it here. So we're watching that battle. Should see a battle, I believe, still between 604 and 67. And I'm not counting out Hardy Munoz yet, that number 73. He's up to the top 5 right now. He's gotten around Tristan Lewis. CeCe Marbank in 7th now. So Hardy Munoz has nothing to focus on but trying to close that real estate between he and Jesse Flock.
Just cut it loose, Rodney, you're right. Leave it all out there on the racetrack in search of one of those top 3 spots to get down there and talk to Wes Kane on that podium. But that's going to be tough to do. Our top 3 riders, man, they've settled in so quick and they've gone so fast. Flock's going to be the guy to try to step up there and take it away out of Max Miller. But again, up in front, Jared Fry and Mason Gonzalez are very comfortable. What you see, Rodney?
I'm watching the CBRD Cannabis live drone, and it's the battle right now. Jesse Flock and Hardy Munoz. Just saw a great jump there by Hardy Munoz. It looked like he jumped right up beside our drone out there. Pretty amazing. Now, obviously, there's some distance, but man, what a great shot by Daniel Rogerson out there running the RacerTV drone. He's got some great aerial shots for us here this week, and just all around great coverage by our RacerTV.com crew. And this is the battle we're watching right now. This is a battle for 4th place. Jesse Flock and Hardy Munoz. We were watching Flock at one point challenge Miller. Now he's just trying to hold on to that 4th place position and gain as many points as he can as far as the overall Olympiad championships and things like that are concerned.
You know, really, Rodney, to add to what you're talking about, these guys and gals deserve a gold medal out here as well. RacerTV crew doing just an unbelievable job. You got to realize there are a lot of variables you deal with out here and in this weather, the heat, the sun, and these guys and gals are doing a great job. Hope y'all are digging it, bringing it to you live out here from Getterback Cycle Park.
We're on our last lap, and Jared Fry leading Mason Gonzalez, Max Miller in 3rd. But all eyes really watching this battle for 4th place right now. It's not for a podium spot, but it is certainly a spot where these guys are hungry and desiring of the next position, so it makes for a great spectacle to watch as far as racing is concerned. White flag is out. Checkers about to turn for Jared Fry as Fry takes the win here. And we're still at it for 4th place. Oh, look at that! Look at that. Flock taking... and Hardy Munoz going back and forth. Flock having to go to the inside, take Munoz all the way to the outside of that berm to just barely hang on to that 4th place position. Gonzalez is in for 2nd now. And here's the way they finish at the stripe. Miller will take 3rd. Hardy Munoz will take the position away from Jesse Flock, or vice versa, but they were going back and forth a lot on that last lap. Flock will finish in 5th. Tristan Lewis will finish 6th. Herman CeCe Meyer, I believe, will hold on to 7th, and it's Karsten Allen. Logan Weitzel to round out your top 10 on our Pro Circuits results board. Wow, what a great 450 Pro Sport battle.